In a lost village in Switzerland, there lived an inventor named Catherine. She was an intelligent, hardworking, curious, and good-looking woman. She was very interested in invention and development. Her object was to become known in the world. One day, an unknown girl sent to the inventor a postcard to ask for help.
Dear inventor, I'm an adult in the body of a little girl. My name is Alice and I live in Zurich on the main street, building 5, floor 6. I'm 17 years old and I becoming a little girl of 4 years old. One day when I was in China, I got loose and I went to a jungle where I found a shrine. When I got into the shrine, I found a sacred room where there was a rare object made of gold. Next to it, there was a legend. I didn't pay attention to the legend, and I first took the object, and unexpectedly, I turned it into a little girl. I was scared, so I decided to read the legend. In the legend, it was written that the one who touched the object will become a girl who Chinese people adore. To undo this malediction, I must find the spade. Please, I need your help.
The sailor accepted the proposal and 2 weeks later they took a ship to travel. On their trip they got to know each other better. They spent between 29 and 35 days to reach the destination. Bit by bit they approached a jungle where the shrine was located. The shrine was very big and was seen from far away. It was full of exotic plants, trees and animals.
As they got there at night, they couldn't see anything and they preferred to investigate the next day. But unexpectedly, something happened. Alice disappeared. The inventor saw 2 shadows, one Alice and the other one unknown's shadow. Catherine panicked and lit a flashlight. But it didn't help much, because it was too dark and there were too many trees. She started running as fast as she could, and suddenly she fell down into a hole. Something curious about that hole was that it didn't look like a dark hole. It looked like a secret room similar to the one which Alice had described time before. It was interesting. Red, green, gold, the typical Chinese color and objects. There were fans, Chinese ladders, teaspoons, and an enormous gold saucepan which contained a legend. Yes, the same legend as Alice said. She looked impressed and read the legend.
In the 1900s, a beautiful little girl called May lived here. She was clever and responsible, but an accident made her disappear. Her parents couldn't understand why this happened and made her this room for when she returned back. As a result, she didn't. Days later, the saucepan became gold, and when the parents touched it, they became little girls. Warning. If you read this, you should know that whoever touches this turns back into a little girl and the only option to return to normality is to find a spell. Good luck!
Hours passed and no one found anything. Suddenly they felt a big shadow darkening the jungle. The jungle was getting terrifying. As a result, animals started to make noise because of the scare. Unexpectedly, the inventor, after a long time trying to find the saucepan, saw a brilliant shiny gold spade. Quickly went to take it, and 2 centimeters away to catch it, felt someone behind her. It was a scary shadow who was grabbing Alice and the sailor. Catherine could see Alice and Sailor's expressions. They looked frightening. The shadow said, "Give me the spade if you want your friends."
Catherine decided to give the spade because otherwise she was not going to let them go. The shadow having the spade decided to release the sailor and Alice. Once realized, Alice asked him to please turn her back as she was before, and the shadow accepted on the condition that she leave the spade in the shrine. destructive, but the sailor wasn't happy with the decision, and he took the spade quickly and tried to lift the ring. The shadow got angry, and that's why he didn't convert Alice back to their real body. Alice crying sat in the shrine and read the legend again. Suddenly the shadow saw her, and it became a little girl. It was May, the little girl of the legend. As she saw her crying, she took the spade and transformed her back into her normal body. After hours of discussion, they became friends.
Finally, Alice got that she wanted to transform her body back to a 27 years old body. It was time to leave and return to Switzerland. They parted and they took the ship. Everyone achieved their goal, so they returned better than before.